Email, email, email. Now, how many of you cringed when I said the word email? How many of you want to run and hide and go hide up in the mountains? And that's okay. I used to be that way. Many people do get frustrated when they hear the word email. Sends a chill up their spine. And these people may not have a efficient way to handle their email, and that's okay. That's what I'm here for. I used to be one of those people, spending hours and hours and hours every day typing the exact same thing over and over and over again and not getting anywhere and spinning my wheels. So we'll get into that in other videos, but I wanted to touch on it here to let you know that there are ways to effectively manage your email and why we do it in an online classroom. You'll hear me discuss the topic of email many times in all of these courses and why it's important. Email is the most common method of communication that you're going to have as an online faculty member. It's a great way to quickly respond to a student or send a message and to be able to communicate with a student. It has that one-on-one effect. And students often complain, though. One of the top complaints that I hear is the faculty member is not responding to my emails in a timely fashion, and I'm not getting my grades done back in a timely fashion. Those are probably the two things that you're going to hear the most as complaints. And each school has their own guidelines on what they expect from you in responding to emails from the students and from them. I think all emails from schools should be responded to as soon as possible, meaning if it's coming from your faculty manager, no matter what their expectations are, respond as soon as you can, because they're sending you an email for a reason. But the expectations for the school, for the students, may be a little different. It could be 24 business hours, or 24 to 48 hours, or just 24 hours in general. So make sure you're keyed in on that terminology, because a lot of people may struggle with the idea, well, it's 24 hours. Well, no, it's 24 business hours. And that also is something you need to relay to your students, is understand, okay, it's 24 business hours. If that's what you're going to do, make sure you're clear with that with the students. Don't let there be any surprises. They don't like surprises, and I'm sure I wouldn't either when it comes to my education. So make sure that you're clear on it. And I find that it's a best practice for me to set a standard to 24 hours on all emails. That allows me, if I respond to 24 hours to every email from a student, I am meeting every obligation for every school. So if I set that bar that high, if one says 48 or 24 business hours, no matter what, I don't have to sit here and think, this school is this many hours, this is this many. I get it done, I get it taken care of. Now, even if that message is something quick and simple to say, hey, I got your message, I don't have maybe the textbook with me right now, but let me look into it, or I need to check into this issue for you a little bit more. Now, don't get in the habit of doing that, because you're just going to cause more to-dos for yourself later on down the road. But as long as it's something that you're responding to them, go ahead and respond. Again, I respond in 24 hours or less. Not 24 business hours, 24 hours. And that, of course, requires me to respond on Saturdays and Sundays. Now, some schools may incorporate their email system directly in their learning management system, where you can only send and receive emails within the learning management system. Some have that ability, but also have that also connected with a webmail account that you can put in an Outlook or an iMail, or with Apple, or Outlook with your Microsoft system. And then you can integrate them all together and have them be able to organize them nice and neatly, or directly log into them, or put them on your phone, whatever you have to do. And so that is different from school to school, but I'll show you what I do and how I handle each situation in other videos. But if done correctly, email can be a great asset, and you and the students can really benefit greatly if you use it effectively in the way it's intended to. So we'll get into all the meat and potatoes of what I'm talking about there, but I wanted to introduce the idea of emails to you here, and I wanted to discuss the purpose of it and let you know that help is on the way, and don't be so afraid of it. So I'll see you in some other videos, and I'll talk to you soon.